to illustrating since I was a kid. I've always drawn cartoons mostly. I didn't realize until later on, around high school, that I had a talent that I could market and actually work on, earning income based off my talent. Earlier on, I was just more trying to get a point across, so I was doing very simple looking drawings and just trying to get like the joke out there, based off of just what I kind of saw in life. Comic strips was where I really wanted to start, so Gary Larson of The Far Side and Bill Watterson from Calvin and Hobbes, probably like my two favorite. I was always drawing cartoons in high school and middle school. Like most artists are kind of have a little bit of an ounce of social awkwardness or whatever, so drawing cartoons was kind of like what kept me sane. It was my own thing. Small it was just a user submission kind of cartoon. The city kind of had a lot of humorous aspects to it, so that's kind of how the idea came about. I was delivering pizzas one day, and I saw some funny stuff on the street, and I just illustrated it, started a Facebook page, and it kind of just blew up from there. It's open to the public, so the fans are encouraged to submit ideas of funny things that they can come up with. It's funny because initially I didn't really know what direction it would take, but this is a funny little city. People come here for school and then leave. A lot of people come here and stay here. So love it or hate it, everybody's got a funny kind of story about their experience in the city. That's what you want out of a comic strip is, edginess. I think that's the responsibility, is to raise questions about how society is, how the city is, how the people are. As soon as I got to SUNY, I had this one professor, Scott Grodesky, who was a teacher down at the School of Visual Arts in New York. And he was saying, you have this traditional style of cartooning, but you kind of got to wonk it and go abstract. It kind of just, stuck with me, and it just clicked. So that's kind of like the art that I'm starting to produce now. Kind of retaining that illustrative graphic quality that you find in cartoons, but then twisting it and breaking the traditional guidelines and making, beautiful, kind of humorous, whimsical kind of stuff, bright and colorful. I'm definitely influenced by graffiti. I'm influenced by the color and subject matter, but really how the tightness and how it's constructed. The most challenging part is really coming up with something to paint. It's like a road trip that you don't know where you're going. You just kind of make a left turn right here, right turn there. Start off with a squiggle and add a green or a blue or a splatter. But when I'm dealing with like a client, there's a whole different process involved because they give you the guidelines. They give you something that they want, and they're paying you for something that they want. So you have to kind of like think differently and provide a visual to what they kind of like describe for you. Focusing on cartoons, you're kind of just restricted to a little sheet of paper, and then once I started watching graffiti documentaries, I saw these guys doing large things, and it looked like just a lot of fun to bring a creation from this size, to this size, So I've done a few at this point. Yeah, the one in Saratoga is up at the Newberry/Comedy Club. It consists of a bunch of dead celebrities, both comedians and rock and roll stars, kind of like hanging out with each other all around Saratoga. The Ramones hanging on top of the casino, so that was a lot of fun. And then the mural at Hollywood, it's a Hollywood cafe bar. It was mostly celebrities collaged together to kind of develop like a scene. So there was a lot of steps involved in that one. It was a process. But in the end, what really just matters is once it's up on the wall and you can step back and just be like, finally it's done. When you put something out there as a feel, a very unique personal feel, and you create something that people really like, or at least willing to spend a couple of bucks on, that's the most rewarding feeling, I guess, ever. For young artists out there, you just gotta do it. So many people say, I wish I could paint, blah, 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 and it's like, just do it. What the hell are you waiting for? The thing is, it's like, even if you're not the most skillful, it takes practice with, color and style and line work and discovering your own language as an artist, determining what it is you feel comfortable doing. Some people paint with oils and then decide oils aren't for them, they're watercolors or spray paint. The other thing I would tell people especially young artists, is not everything you do is going to be a masterpiece. Practice makes perfect, even with art. So the way I approach my art career is kind of like how I approach a painting. You know, I don't really know what the outcome is going to be like. I kind of just go into it, and usually the end result ends up being something, you know, I'm happy and proud of.